4 civilians were killed and 3 others wounded by the bombing of the Iranian Houthi militia on Al Rabsa neighborhood south of the province of Hodeidah. According to witnesses from the people of the city, that a number of shells fired by Al-Houthi militia landed in 2 houses east of the Rabsa circle, killing 4 civilians and wounding 3 others, including women and children. Houthi militia planted IEDs and mines in cans and food bags to maximize the loss of life. In this regard, the school of Al-Sharaf in the city of Hodeidah was transformed into a military barracks after the destruction of its contents. It also used to plant mines and improvised explosive devices in sugar bags, rice, and fire extinguishers to reach the citizens' homes, public roads, and government buildings inside Hodeidah in retaliation against the people who reject its terrorist practices. A recent British report on armaments, Iran's involvement in supplying Houthi militia in Yemen with mines and the training of a number of its elements in the manufacture of local mines in large numbers. International experts Gonna Live, director of operations at the British Arms Research Institute, said Tehran was directly and heavily involved in providing the Houthi militia with Iranian-made mines that were not in the possession of the Yemeni army before the Houthis' coup against legitimacy in the country. In a report entitled Mines and Explosive Used by Al-Houthi Militia in the West Coast, Liv stressed the importance of drawing up plans and maps for demining. The report states that the types of mines used by the militia on the West Coast were documented and the same quality was seized with the terrorist organization. On the stability of currency exchange rates against foreign currencies in the past 2 weeks due to the government measures, the Iranian Houthi militia has pushed its loyal financial institutions to return to currency speculation in an attempt to damage the economy, which has recovered after Saudi Arabia intervened directly to prevent it from collapsing. The return to speculations prompted the Central Bank of Yemen in Aden to issue strong warning to the money exchange companies, stating that it will take legal actions against it, especially in view of the stability of the market and the bank's continued coverage of hard currency traders' requests from the Saudi depository. United Nations Reuters food insecurity in Yemen affects some 20 million people in the impoverished Arab Peninsula, the UN agency warned, stressing that the war by the Iranian Houthi militia since 2015 is the main reason. The Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, FAO or FAO, the World Food Programme, WFP, UNICEF and other organizations said in a joint report that 15.9 million Yemenis were currently starving, calling for an urgent humanitarian assistance framework to save millions of Yemenis. Al-Houthi militia renewed its artillery bombardment targeting the houses of residents in Al Jawf province in line with the Swedish consultation. Responsible sources said that Al-Houthi militia targeted by Katyusha rockets and houses of residents in Al Yatma area north of Al Jawf province. Al-Houthi militia continues to deliberately target the civilians population, where hundreds of martyrs and wounded have been several damage in homes and property. Armed groups of the Al-Houthi terrorist militia, backed by militia commando, attacked the home of businessman in the Sana'a political quarter. The businessman, in his communication to the Attorney General, the Minister of the Interior, the Secretary of the Capital, and the Director of Security of the Secretariat appointed by the Houthi militia, said that he was surprised by an attack by a large group of armed groups, estimate at more than 100 people, and the attack on guarding the house and firing shots indiscriminately and intensely and from far away so that they are not visible. They are fired with intermediate weapons by directly targeting the window of the house in all rooms, targeting children and women and starting to kill. It is worth mentioning that the capital Sana'a lives an unprecedented security chaos in conjunction with the spread of gangs following Houthi leaders and their tasks to blackmail businessmen and businessmen.